Guys, I'm so late. I'm sorry I'm so late. Do you know how late I am? I was halfway through changing into my pajamas when I realized I didn't make you a video, which is why I'm in a tank top. Also, it's hot. Humidity, man. Okay, I was talking with my Nigerian professor, and he was telling me about Nigeria, and he was saying how in Nigeria, it's hot, but it's dry. Like my home. I miss home. I miss not water in the air. What? I don't even know. Okay. Anyway. Alright, I want to talk about the things that you talked about in your videos, and do let me know if I need a punishment. I figure I deserve one, as long as you guys upload your videos tomorrow, in which case we would not be even. Alright, so, the things I want to talk about. Oh, Emma. As par characters who are gay. I know it might be kind of disturbing to you, and I do want you to use your own discretion on this, but consider the idea of valuing someone else's perspective. Now, likely, in the real world, you're going to meet people who are gay. So, I mean, or bi, or any number of random things. And it helps to have a launch point. You know, because you were decidedly not, so it helps to have some way to understand. So I don't know, maybe if it does not scald your conscience to do so, and if it does not go against your discretion, maybe give the book another try. William. Okay, so you were talking about the George Lucas documentary, and I found your insights very interesting, but the favorite thing that you said was the fans don't realize that they're adults now, so Star Wars is not going to be the same. And I was like, that's incredibly insightful. And I don't know if I've told you this, but like I'm starting to consider myself a grown-up, and it's weird. It's very weird. I mean, I'm not exactly paying my own bills yet, but I'm getting to the point where I need to be thinking about that sort of thing, and that's bizarre. I don't really know what to do with myself. And, you know, and looking back on the things that I loved in childhood, like Squiddles or you know, the cartoons we used to watch, like, even things like Rocky and Bullwinkle or Powerpuff Girls or stuff like that. I look back on it and I'm like, wow, this animation is terrible, or you know, this is a ridiculous storyline, or what? And it sucks. And it's different. But, you know, I like to think that the nostalgia will make up for that somewhat. In the meantime, I try to enjoy things as much as I possibly can. You know, Gravity Falls. Lately, it's been Gravity Falls. I love that show. I finally saw The Time Traveler's Pig. Finally. It's like they show the same 3 episodes on Disney Channel like every day. Alright, another thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, to the idea of growing up and changing the way you think about things. Welcome to adolescence, William. It is a time when you question the things you've been told all your life. And that's okay. Just make sure that 1, God is part of the discussion, and 2, you keep in mind truth versus point of view. And you know, truth is always in the Bible, but point of view varies from person to person, and some people are really, really convinced that they're right. So be careful not to be too easily convinced. That's a problem I have sometimes. Oh, also, the reason that Star Wars sucked near the end was not necessarily because of casting. It was because of the writing. Because really, as a writer, I look at that and I am appalled and offended. I mean, I watch the dialogue, I watch the, it's just like, it doesn't feel natural, you know? I have a really hard time explaining how I make dialogue sound good, but I think you gotta read it out loud, you know? And I don't think that George Lucas ever did. That could just be me. I don't know what you guys were talking about to this effect, but the story you're looking for about the girl who writes a book and then gets it published, it's called The School Story, oddly enough. It is on my bookshelf, probably near the top under Clements. Andrew Clements. Clement? 1 Clement, 2 Clements. At any rate, it's under C for Clement, parentheses, tss. And Emma, actually, you want good, solid, modern fiction, then that's kind of the way to go. I mean, they're very much written for a middle school audience. They're much younger than you, but I mean, to get a real understanding of the way kids interact with adults and with each other, at least when they're younger in middle school and trying to figure out who they are, Andrew Clement's a good place to start. And it'll take you no time at all to read them. You could probably read a book a day if you were determined and maybe didn't watch Psych all the time. Alright, what else? William. There's a book that you need to read, okay? You need to read it. What have you been reading lately, by the way? You haven't told me. You need to tell me all the things you've been reading lately. Because I'm interested. I want to know all the things. All the things. But, okay, so there's a book you need to read. It's called The Thief. It's by Megan Whalen Turner, okay? And it's a 4-book series. And William, if I try to describe it to you, you'll think it's boring, but it's not. It's so good. Oh. Alright, you need to go up to Alyssa, alright? And ask Alyssa, I've said her name before. You need to go up to Alyssa and ask her, can I borrow The Thief? And she might say no, but she'll probably say yes. She loves that book. It's basically the book that got her through high school sometimes. She's one of those that loves to pick up old books and reread passages over and over again. I didn't read it. William, you need to read it, okay? You need to read it. And all of its sequels. And then you can wait with us, hopelessly, as we wait for the 5th book to come out. It could be years. Anyways, so, today, I went to the Bill Clinton Library, which was not as impressive as I hoped it would be. But they did have 2 smaller galleries with visiting exhibits, and one of them were dresses by Oscar de la Renta. And Emma, if you're interested in those, then I sent you pretty much all the pictures I have of those dresses. But like, this guy, he grew up all over the world. He traveled everywhere for his inspiration. And I think what's interesting is that you see the inspiration from the various countries. Like, the one poofy black dress is very Spanish looking, but the green one is very Eastern European, and then there's the black one with all the embroidery on it, the gold embroidery, that's very Asian influenced. And I think that, Emma, it would do you good to research the fashions of other cultures. I think that could enrich your design quite a bit. And then the other gallery was, it was a collection of photos of jazz musicians, and in addition to the photos, they had some artifacts of the jazz musicians. And guys, they had Louis Armstrong's trumpet, man. Louis Armstrong's trumpet. They had a dress that Ella Fitzgerald wore. They had the Duke Ellington's keyboard that he brought places to write songs on. They had Miles Davis's flugelhorn. Flugelhorn. At any rate, I think that's all I have to say for now. I'm having fun in lab, and I'm working hard, and I miss you guys. So make a video, like, tomorrow, and let me know what my punishment should be. Sigh. I love you guys. Bye.